Dude, look at that, dude. That is straight. Dang.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the original Goon Squad garage, where today we're going to continue working on our 2020 Tesla Model X. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we did some paint work. And as you can tell, we painted the whole entire front clip of this Tesla right here. And everything turned out pretty dang flawless. It might need a little bit of buffing here and there. We got the fenders, the bumper, and the hood, which we painted all this stuff separately. We just took it to the paint booth and it turned out pretty good for the most part. And now for the rest of the paint work that we got to do, and all we got left is just these two pillars and this door right here, because out of nowhere we noticed a little chip in the door, which is going to lead us to actually just blend it a little bit right there and just clear coat this whole entire door. So that means we do got a little bit more body work basically that we got to do, just wet sanding actually. So first thing we want to do is just completely tear this door apart, because we got to take this mirror off, some trim this door handle, completely wet sand this sucker, and get this sucker possibly in a paint booth. Or do you think we just paint out here and get some bugs in it?
Dude, I say paint booth would be number one, dude.
Dude, paint booth is always the way to go, but if it comes down to it, we'll just right here on the
spot. Dude, no problem, man.
That big old bug just flying around, just asking to jump into
dude, if it was fresh, it would have landed on it, man.
Yes, sir. So we don't want any of that. I think we might just actually end up going to a paint booth. So I say we go ahead, tear this door down, and just complete the wet sanding. Alrighty guys, so check this out. We finally got this door completely taken apart, and I gotta say it was pretty difficult to figure out, dude.
At first, dude, like, just look at the door panel. It looks all futuristic. It's hard to tell where the bolts are, but you know what? I started popping a few panels, found where most of the bolts were, and I mean, just the door panel clips alone were like the toughest thing in the world.
Oh my goodness,
dude.
You have to apply some pressure on those suckers,
I thought they were actually bolted down, but you know what? Just a few tools and stuff like that, and they actually popped open, took this whole entire thing apart. Look at the door handle. I mean, this thing is just a button right here. Super awesome,
that is
man.
Super cool. And it's pretty difficult just to get that sucker out, but the door still operates, dude. Look at this.
You just push it a little bit and it still works, which is awesome. And I really wanted to see how that door actually opens and closes. And look at that, dude. There's just a little motor, electric motor in there, dude.
Oh my goodness, dude. I think all cars should have this, man.
Dude, in the future, I'm sure they'll all have it. Unless Tesla has a patent on it or something like that.
Ooh,
you never know, dude.
You never know. But anyways, none of this would have been possible if Pops didn't bring out his screwdriver. Now, where's that sucker at,
this
dude?
Special screwdriver right here, dude. That thing's the world's smallest screwdriver, dude.
Look at that thing,
they pulled
dude.
out a whole sword.
That's if you want to be like laying down and working on your car. It's all possible right here, dude.
Work on it wherever, dude. Look at this. If you want to work on something inside your Tesla, you just go through the door panel and unscrew your seat,
dude.
Man.
I'm telling you, that's the future of working on cars right there, dude. They need to make one that extends super far, dude.
Dude, they might have one like half the length of a car, dude. But you know what? I think that's for actual headlight adjustments.
Yeah,
and stuff like
exactly.
That,
hard to reach spots. But anyways, we are now officially ready to go ahead and wet sand this whole entire door. And is there anything special we're gonna do to this corner right
I
here?
don't think so, because it looks like the paint just got flaked off. So we'll probably just sand it really smooth, and then whenever we paint it, we're gonna go ahead and apply some etching primer and then the base coat, and then that should be it for the door, dude.
No, sir. Go back. What is going on, man?
Trailer's too steep, man.
Now, of course, we got that other trailer. We can't forget that one made for low profile cars and all that good stuff, but we got something on there that we are kind of just keeping a secret for a little bit, dude.
It's still a big secret, so we're probably just gonna try to remove it off the trailer for now. Kind of sucks, but you know what? We need that trailer.
We need to, because it would not go up this big old trailer for nothing. That Tesla is bagged out completely down, and it's just bottoming out,
it's
dude.
bottoming out, so we're gonna see if we can quickly remove this item off the trailer and just take that trailer. You know what I mean?
Alrighty guys, so we finally made it here to the paint booth after throwing on the proper trailer. Got the Tesla on there, and over here where the rain actually got to the inside of this Tesla a little bit and also to our supplies. But I think this interior is waterproof, ain't it, man?
Just put some rice on it, dude, and we'll be good to go. I already went ahead and just wiped everything down. I mean, we made it in the nick of time. We were just rushing everything because it's calling for rain. And as soon as we pulled up, it started raining really hard, so we drove it in here as fast as we could, dude.
Yep, and I drove pretty quick. You actually was in the Raptor, and you said you noticed this thing just scooping air, because look at this. This is wide open. The air just flows into here, and it was like popping this glass up right here.
So I was watching this glass behind like vibrating, and it was like lifting up, and it cracked even more. It's crazy. But you know what? We should have actually pulled this thing on backwards, but we'll pull it on backwards on the way home. You know what I mean?
For sure. But that is crazy, dude, how this stuff was already popping up. I'm wondering if it's like glued on or is it bolted on? Which one is it, man?
It could be both, honestly, or it could just be bolted on. You never know, dude.
Because this little piece right here, which is glass, you would think that that's glued on there, but it's actually bolted on. So these things are built different, man.
Yeah, built different. And dude, those pieces of glass cost almost as much as just the windshield.
$1,000 a piece.
Yeah,
so we're definitely gonna probably end up taking them off our parts car if they're compatible.
Yeah, if they're compatible. If not, we'll guess we're gonna have to order 2 pieces of glass, which is like over $2,000.
That is pricey right there, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
But we're not worried about that, dude.
No,
we gotta get
sir.
this sucker painted tonight. That way tomorrow we can possibly even go ahead and throw in our windshield, dude.
That would be super awesome. And it's already like, what, 8 o'clock right now, so we're gonna try to knock this out in record speed,
Yeah,
man.
I think we got it. I mean, all we got is 2 pillars and a door. We're just gonna probably throw some foam tape around that door, tape all this up as fast as possible. And I mean, we're not spraying any sealer, anything like that, so I think this stuff will paint up pretty fast.
Yeah,
dude.
definitely, man. We got to try to knock this out, because I know, like, even when you spray product, you got to have the time in between.
Yeah.
So, what are your guesses? What time do you think we're gonna get up on out of here, man?
If we can, like, as soon as we wipe this car down and we start throwing tarp on it, I say we can probably get on out of here in probably like 2 hours. That's fast. So I say we just buckle down and try to get this done.
Alrighty guys, so it's actually the next day here, and yesterday we ended up painting this whole entire Tesla within 2 hours, dude.
Right up underneath our deadline, and this stuff turned out nice and slick, dude.
Whoa, look at that, dude. That is straight glass right there.
Dude, this pillar right here is perfect. Got clear coat and paint on both sides right here. Looks super sick. Let's go ahead and hop on this pillar. This is the most damaged pillar. This was the most damaged part on this car, and look at that, man. Looks almost OEM now, dude.
Honestly, I can't even believe it because I was looking at it. It was like this.
Crushed,
it was
man.
crazy,
It was
dude.
like a Coke can. Now it's perfect, and it just looks slick,
Looks
dude.
flawless all the way around. It might need a little bit of buffing. I see one little speck, but you can't forget once you get out into that sunlight, that stuff just disappears, dude.
It just disappears, just floats away. But other than that, dude, the door turned out absolutely perfect as well. We did a little blend there, and that little spot is gone. And also, whenever I was painting after we got done, I seen a little bit of waterfall effect going on right here, dude.
That's a special edition right there, right?
Special waterfall edition right there. But you know what? It was just super humid that day, and honestly, I was spraying this coat like nice and thick, and it was like super cloudy because these filters need to be changed. So I couldn't really see. I was basically spraying the clear coat blind, and these lights are like end off right here. So I was spraying pretty low. So it kind of sucks, but you know what? It happens from time to time. We'll get rid of that, buff that out, no big deal. Unless you want to leave it.
That's what I was about to say, dude.
You can leave it and just waterfall effect.
Because you never know, there might be another Tesla in the parking lot, and you got to be able to.
Honey, mine's a little bit better than yours. Check that out.
You got to distinguish which one is yours. But anyways, we'll figure that stuff out later. We basically got everything painted, dude.
We did. We got everything 100%
other than trim. I totally forgot about that,
we were
dude.
gonna paint, but we were planning on wrapping the trim, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. But it's just that front piece we were wanting to paint.
Yeah,
but we can always do that at home.
I wanted to paint that front piece, but who knows? Let's first order like the trim wrap kit,
Yeah.
and then we'll see what we get in, or we may just order a whole roll of like some black high gloss wrap and wrap all this stuff. If we do need to paint something, no big deal. We'll run back here and just spray it in, dude.
Yes, sir. But what do you say? What's it time for right now, dude?
It's time to unwrap this whole entire thing, load it back on the trailer, head to the house, and start putting this thing back together.
Alrighty guys, so we are finally back at the house with the Tesla here, where we just got straight to work on this front end. And the very first thing that we focused on was actually this apron piece right here, where it was just like bolted on and held on by some vice grips. We actually popped that sucker back off, panel bonded it in, and that thing is basically in there for good. Once that stuff fully cures and hardens, we're actually gonna go ahead and weld it with some aluminum welding. And I think that's gonna be pretty much it for like the major structural work up front here, dude.
Yeah, dude, so that's pretty much it for the whole entire, we can basically start piecing stuff together now, dude.
Exactly, and look at this, we even threw on this fender right here, and I gotta say, it absolutely flows, even with that little waterfall trickle effect down there, dude. I'm telling you, it was meant to be.
Don't even look down there, honestly.
Hey, just, you know, keep your eyes on this area right here. Look at all the body gaps and everything.
It looks good, especially with the pillar finally painted, dude. This whole entire car is starting to flow,
yeah,
man.
Definitely gotta clean up the original paint as well, because it doesn't look as good as the fresh paint
yes,
here.
sir.
But anyways, anyways, we are basically ready to go ahead and throw on this windshield, which that should be pretty dang easy. So we're gonna save the easy stuff for later. What we wanna do now is actually the more difficult stuff, which is probably gonna be this right here. And this is the sway bar link, which our old one, what was wrong with it? Was it like twisted or damaged?
Dude, I think the bushings off of it completely ripped off, and you can't just swap these. These things are actually glued onto the bar, so you just have to buy a whole new thing. So this may require dropping the subframe, so who knows? It may be a big task.
This is definitely probably gonna be the next biggest task right here. May even require us dropping some of the suspension, but hopefully we could just like shimmy it on in there. And once we get this knocked out, then we can move on to this wire situation right here. We got some spaghetti with without no sauce right here.
Dude, we're gonna have to reroute a bunch of this stuff, dude.
This is spaghetti with sauce, actually. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, and we're actually gonna probably be looking at that car, or is that car already demolished as well, dude?
No, dude, I mean, that car still has tons of like wires that this car has, so we're gonna have to go back and forth, and we're probably gonna have to steal a few parts off of there. The compressor, that's the biggest thing, and a bunch of other stuff. That way we can get this thing rolling, dude.
We are getting so close. So I say we go ahead and just keep on moving, try to get this sucker installed, and hopefully figure out some more of this wires right here.
Man, that truck looks good, man.
Would you just look at that thing? Just let them look at that thing.
Dude, Pops just cleaned that sucker up, and it practically looks brand new again, dude.
20,000 miles later, and that thing is still running flawlessly. I think we got it with like 1,500 miles or something like that, dude. And I don't think we ever need to get a new truck because it pulls our new builds, Big Bertha excavator, skid steer, all that stuff,
Doesn't skip a beat, man.
It doesn't skip a beat. Unless you wanted to switch over to like a Dodge or a new GMC.
I don't know about that, man. That Ford has not disappointed. Maybe we'll wait until it probably like starts having issues. I don't know how many miles it should have, but right now, dude, it is perfect, dude.
Exactly. But anyways, back on the Tesla over here, we are moving right along. We're figuring out all these wires. Of course, we ended up throwing in that sway bar link right there. We had to drop some of the control arms, but we snuggled that sucker right in there, and it's fully installed with the links and all that good stuff. And then we actually moved on to changing out this AC line right here. I think that's the high and low pressure. One of the little things was actually broken, which is right here. So we had to just change out the whole entire thing right there, which was pretty simple as well. And then last but not least, we swapped out the air compressor right there, right?
Yeah, so we got that one off of the parts car right there, and for the most part, it's all exactly the same, everything plugged in, and it looks good, dude, and it's working properly. It has that little, like,
that jiggle to it.
The dampening springs on there and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that, but yeah, I guess it's like, that's so weird how that...
It's a little too much, like, springness to it. Maybe it should have had, like, little shocks on it, but it's whatever,
But
dude.
anyways, we are done with that. I can't wait to actually drop this car on the ground and see if that compressor will just turn on. Hopefully, we don't have to, like, program a computer for it, because I know if you, like, swap headlights from a 2016 to a 2020, I think you might have to program them. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe that's just a BMW thing, because we've had issues with that BMW or Supra.
The Supra.
Toyota Supra.
Same thing. But anyways, what do you want to move on to next, dude?
I think we need to move on to our cooling system, because because I honestly want to just finish off this little area right here and then focus on the outside area, like these wires, a little bit later on. So main thing is to have coolant in this car. That way we can charge it 100% and possibly even like
do like an official rip.
Dude, just a little
Test
official rip, because this thing is pretty fast, man.
Oh yeah, but anyways, this right here is where we're kind of getting stumped, these wires right here. So what our plan is to do is actually just keep on plugging stuff in until we make it to that, till we don't know what else to plug in, and I think we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
eventually.
I think whenever the computer will show us what, you know, the screen on the monitor, on the dash or something, will tell us what's going on and stuff like that.
It'll pinpoint us right to the perfect location. But anyways, I say we go ahead, bring in our cooling system, toss that sucker in, and just get more of this front end put together. Alrighty guys, so check that out right there. We made some more major progress. Of course, we got that cooling system completely installed along with that compressor for the air suspension, but we couldn't get that air suspension to work. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you got to reprogram that, but for the headlights, you don't got to program that. So that's a good sign right there, dude. Let's go ahead and pop this hood and show you guys what's going on underneath. Everything is coming along nice and clean. As you can tell, you don't see as much wires all over the place. And as for the wires over here that we couldn't figure out, we figured that out, right? And you think that's for the bumper, right?
Yeah, I think that's the main bumper plug where all the sensors and stuff it actually plugs into, dude.
And we got it on that car over there, so we would just snip it right off and we would just solder it right in here. And that's pretty much it for all of our wiring. All we got to do is just button up a few more things here and there. Still got to weld in that apron piece right there, but that's all probably going to be in the next video. But hey, we're super excited to just be at this stage right here, looking mighty fine. And the next one, we're also going to probably throw in that full glass right there, the windshield and all that good stuff. But you guys are going to have to stay tuned. Make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.